Yo, I saw a study about how obviously millions of people want the same thing that you do. Whether when you're trying to grind, you're trying to get to a spot where you can have that either that financial freedom or whatever you want out of life. When you sit down and you have a goal, millions of people probably have the same goal that you do, or millions of people probably have around a similar goal to you. And I saw a study, and whether that thing that you want be money, respect, success, financial freedom, that car, the girl, the boy, anything, whatever you want, millions upon millions of people have that. And they did a study out of 1,000 people. And here, right here, these numbers are what your competition really looks like. And 54% are too afraid to try. 54% of 1,000 people are too afraid to go for that job, go for that girl, talk, say anything. They're too afraid to even start. They're too afraid to dip their toe in the water. They're too afraid to do anything, to get up, go outside, anything. They're just too afraid. They're too scared. And 27% will quit when it gets hard. 27% of those people will just be like, okay, they've started, they've gone a little bit farther than 54%. They're getting rarer. They're getting different. They're a little different than those people. That 27%, they walk outside, but the water's cold. Oh, they walk outside, but it's raining and they don't have an umbrella. All right, I'll go back inside. They they say hi to the girl, but she kind of just like, okay. So they're like, ah, all right, bye. Like they're too scared to keep going when life gets tougher, when life gets hard. They get in a little bit of debt and they quit and they go back to the 9 to 5, And it's those are the people that you don't want to be. You don't want to be that 27 or that 54%. And you get 10%. Those 10% of people will move too slow and they'll end up missing their goal. Whether that goal be make $1,000 in a month online or get the car in a year. They'll move too slow that they won't be able to keep up with everybody else. So like, yeah, they're starting and they're working, they're doing this, but maybe, maybe they've only mowed one lawn or five lawns in a week rather than the person who's mowing 10. And they want the same goal. And so they're moving too slow that ultimately they don't reach their goal. And 8% will get distracted with girls, money, fame, all this other stuff. The 8% will get distracted and be like, not focus on their goals. They'll get halfway there and be like, dang, I can really do this. Let me do something else. And they'll get distracted and that original goal that they set isn't where they're pushing anymore. That's not where they're trying to go and what they're trying to get to anymore. And then you have the last 1%. 1%. That is you and one other person. Out of 1,000 people, you and one other person. And when you think about it like that, it just helps you grind. It's like I am the 1% of the people. You can look at yourself, you can look back at the things you've done, the things you do, the things you want to do, the things you plan to do, and you can be like, dang, like I fall in this 1% of people that have actually kept going when it got hard. I started, I kept going when it gets hard. I'm moving fast enough to keep up with the goal. I'm not getting distracted. You're beating 99% of people that want the same goal as you. 99% of people. That's a lot of people. That's 998 people out of 1,000, you know? And that is pretty good, Like you're doing the things you want to accomplish faster and efficiently, and a lot of people won't even start. And so the greatest edge of all of this isn't being the smartest, the fastest, the most talented, the strongest, whatever, right? When you have a goal and you set it in your mind and you really want to achieve that and you will let nothing stop you for you to achieve that, the greatest edge is consistency. Consistency, 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 consistency. Getting up every single day and doing the thing, whether it's hot, cold, raining, anything, like whether you're too tired and you're like, dang, I don't want to get out of bed today. I don't want to go to the gym. Consistency. Sticking with something long enough to win. That is what's going to get you there. And, you know, being consistent is just, it's hard. Being consistent is hard. People throw motivation, the word motivation is a joke, an actual joke. Motivation comes and goes. It's not really something that drives you. But consistency will beat somebody who's motivated. Because that person who's motivated is gonna give up when that motivation isn't there. Like I was motivated for a month, but like I'm kind of getting tired of it, like I don't want to do it. But the people who do it when they're tired and they do it consistently every day, whether they're tired, they're ready to go, they got 2 hours of sleep, they do this, they do that, those are the people that you're going to lose to. And you want to be that 1%. You want to be that 1% that pushes and drives and keeps going even when they're tired, even when they don't want to do it. And overall, you just kind of have to change your mindset. And that was kind of the goal of this video today. I mean, if you're still listening right now, I guarantee you my 99% of people that watch these are already gone. There's probably not a lot of people watching this right now. And so, you know, I hope whoever's watching this, man, can just continue to grind and continue to reach their goals. And, you know, I'll keep posting, I'll keep doing my thing. And thank you for watching.